This big game, so not over up at the Etihad, where I'm based at Carrow Road today, where I've been commentating, delayed for the YouTube channel. Norwich City against Newcastle. In fact, I've been at Villa Park, today for Aston Villa against Bournemouth, and that I'm not going to give you the score in that one. But what I will say is that it's well worth listening to. Earlier today, Everton 1, Watford 0. Arsenal 2, Burnley 1, begrudgingly. Norwich with a Pookie hat-trick beat Newcastle 3-1. Brighton and West Ham shared the spells in a 1-1 draw. And there was one or two other results which I can't think off the top of my head. But what I will say is it was a cracking performance from Burnley, but Arsenal just had too much there. But the Villa game later on, you're going to see some mistakes. You're going to all sorts of dramatic developments during the game, and of course after all the action, of course we've got this game coming up live. All that also we'll have snippets of commentary from all the other games this afternoon after the delayed game later on, which is of course going to be between Aston Villa and Bournemouth. And that will be with me in the I've just been commentating on that, and I'm totally out of breath, as you can tell. But we're at the Etihad Stadium. Also, just to keep you up to date with the second test, we're into day 4, or effectively day 3 of 4, because the first day, of course, was a rush out at Lords. England 23 for 2 in their first over. Root and Roy have gone. Root went for first ball duck, and Roy before that had gone for just 2. Currently, I'll just give you the scorecard very quickly because at the moment Burns is not out 13. He scored 50 in his first innings, and Joe Denley's not out on 6, 23 for 2. As for Australia, they were all out for 250. Steve Smith retiring on 92, having been hit with on the head, I think, by the neck of the bowling of Jofra Archer there. So England 258 no out in the first innings, Australia 250 all out. And Cummins has got both wickets. Roy caught and bowled, and Joe Root caught behind by captain Tim Payne. So England have got a huge problem now. Remember, they've got just over a day and a bit now to try and save the test match and stop Australia going 2-0 up in the series. It's not looking good for England, that's all, and maybe that first day washout has come back to haunt them a little bit. But anyway, it's straight to the Etihad we go. We're going up from Birmingham, where we're based this evening, and up to the Etihad Stadium, and we're going to hear a fresh voice for the first time this season. And the voice tonight you're going to hear is one of our main contributors into his second full season with the Jerry Clark channel as a commentator. There's some terrific games next season, and what a game he's got to start off with. And let's say a very good evening to our big match commentator tonight. It's Russ Vernon, who has all the team news and will take you through the first half, and you'll hear from me again at half time. But it's over to Russ Vernon up at the Etihad for all the first half action and all the team news. Over to you, Russ, for the first half.
Thank you, JB. Very good evening to you all here from the Etihad Stadium. And just moving before I go on to the team news here at the Etihad Stadium, England have just hit a 4 in the Ashes. Moves on to 27 for 2 now. And I'll just let you know, that was Burns, who now moves on to 17. England's lead is now 35, and we just had an extra single on to that. So 28 for 2, Burns on 18 not out, Denley on 6. England lead by 36 runs in the Ashes. Well, here are the Etihad before the teams come out onto the field of play. I'll run you through the team news very quickly. So it's Edison in goal for Manchester City, Walker, Otamendi, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodrigo and Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield, Sterling, Aguero and Bernardo Silva leading the line. On the bench is Bravo, Jesus, David Silva, Fernandinho, Mahrez, Cancelo and Phil Foden. As for Tottenham, it is Hugo Lloris, their captain, in goal this evening. Their back four is Walker-Peters, Alderweireld, Sanchez and Rose. Wings, Sissoko and Ndombele. In midfield, Eriksen, Lamela, Kane up front. On the bench for Spurs, Gazzaniga, Vertonghen, Davis, Dyer, Skip, Vasilo and Lucas is your subs bench for Tottenham here at the Etihad Stadium, where this evening they're taking on Manchester City. Man City in the 4-3-3. Bernardo on the right, Sterling on the left, De Bruyne on the right to midfield, Rodri anchoring the midfield, Rodrigo that is, and Gundogan on the left. So very good evening to you all then. Full match commentary here at the Etihad Stadium. Coming up is a 4-2-3-1 for Spurs, incidentally. I gave it as a 4-3-3 moments ago. 4-2-3-1 it is, incidentally, guys. And that is Sissoko on the right, Lamela on the left, Eriksen in the middle with behind Kane with Winston and Ndombele anchoring that midfield with Walker-Peters, Alderweireld, Sanchez and Rose making up the back line here at the Etihad. Edison in shot there, just going through his last minute rituals before the game. Here at the Etihad, and we'll hopefully go to have a fantastic game today. 11 clean sheets in the previous 14 Premier League appearances for Edison. Here are the Etihad. Christian Eriksen, 5 goals in the previous 15 career appearances against today's opponents, Manchester City. Hopefully we'll see a good game then. Very big thank you to JB for the opportunity to bring the commentary to you all this evening here at the Etihad. I'll run through some of the earlier scores from the Premier League while we wait for kick-off, minus the one that JB covered. Earlier finished Arsenal 2, Burnley 1, Brighton 1, West Ham 1, Everton 1, Watford 0, Norwich 3, Newcastle 1, and Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. It's Manchester City to get us underway here at the Etihad, attacking the goal to my right, that means in sky blue, Spurs in the navy blue, attacking the goal to my left. And we have an early throw then to Manchester City on this near side, the right, down below us, which Walker takes back to Otamendi across to Laporte, and he comes up towards halfway, over halfway now from Emerick Laporte, spreads the play out wide and picks out Bernardo. Lovely one from Bernardo, attacking his man. Here's De Bruyne, puts the ball in towards the penalty area, cleared away there by Sanchez at the near post. It was by Alderweireld, sorry, at the middle of the Spurs box, and Walker has it back for Manchester City over the top, looking for Sterling, who's in behind here. Can he go on and in? No, it's Walker-Peters will get an head to it and stops it, and Lloris throws it back out to Walker-Peters, and he goes down under the challenge there of Gundogan, and it's a throw-in. Well, it's a free kick to Spurs. It must have been a throw-in, but it was a free kick foul on Walker-Peters by Ilkay Gundogan. Here the Etihad Stadium is Manchester City 0, Tottenham 0. The early score in this game, live on the JB Twitch channel. JB Cloud Twitch channel. This stream, incidentally, if you can't get Twitch, will be uploaded later to YouTube for your listening pleasure after the game. As JB said, I'm the big match commentator this evening, Russ Vernon, in the comms box this evening. Thank you for joining me, as Danny Rose will take a throw for Spurs. Near side of the left, as Tottenham attack, going from right to left for me, from where I'm sat. And Spurs concede a throw, tackle there by Ndombele on Bernardo, and Walker takes a throw back to Otamendi, and he can play it to Ederson, who's way out of his penalty area at the moment, and he gives it to Laporte, to Rodrigo, and back to Ederson, who clears it long downfield, looking for Sterling on that far side. Or is he going to... Is Zinchenko on that far side, sorry. Far side of the left, that is. He's Gundogan now for City. Back down the line, he goes to Zinchenko, crosses in deep, looking for Aguero, can't pick him out, headed away by Alderweireld and Sanchez. Back to Zinchenko, down the line it goes to Gundogan. Gundogan cuts inside, here's Rodrigo. To Walker. Right to Bernardo. Bernardo back to Walker. The former Tottenham man whips the ball in. Cleared away. And Man City regain possession, back with Otamendi. In to Laporte and then to De Bruyne. Man City fluid in their positional play, as England move on to 37 for 2 in the Ashes, lead by 45 runs. Not missing anything here at the Etihad, as Zinchenko plays it down the line to Gundogan, gets it back from Zinchenko, down the line for Sterling, in behind Walker-Peters. Well, the flag is up for offside here. Assistant VAR, if Panini's on, Panini keep us informed with any VAR decisions. I'll do my best as well. But Sanchez has it back for Spurs. Here's Luis now to Alderweireld. Clears down the field, flicked forward there by Winks. And Spurs trying to get favourable field, but Man City can't not letting them out. Sterling gets in behind Walker-Peters once more. Still going Sterling. But Lamella comes back and does really, really well. Stop that going out for a corner. Tidies up brilliantly. And then Alderweireld does really, really well to win a throw there off Sergio Aguero. And it's goalless here inside the opening 5 minutes of the match. Hello to Panini, who's on. Very good evening to you. VAR duty free tonight, please, Panini. As Rodrigo controls it well. Here's Zinchenko on the far side of the left, coming forward, deep inside the Spurs half. Out wide it goes to Sterling. Sterling taking on Walker-Peters and Sissoko inside, but giving away to Ndombele. And then act clear by Alderweireld. As it's cleared back by Walker to Ederson, and he plays it to Otamendi, to Gundogan, and now it's Walker to Otamendi. Otamendi gets it back to Walker. Otamendi once more. Lovely ball over the top from De Bruyne in towards Sterling, who can keep it in there. Yes, he can, but he's flagged again offside, and I want to see this one again. I'm going to see this now. Aguero is offside, but when this ball is played, just for me, Panini, if you can check that as well, is that the correct call there for offsides? As Sanchez picks up for Spurs now. Here's Danny Rose. Down the line it goes. The former Leeds man gives possession away to Gundogan. Otamendi to Walker to Edison, back towards Walker, but he's over his head, and Bernardo flicks it on for Walker. He's in behind Sanchez here now. Walker, Kyle Walker, can he get it? Cross in, put it across to Raheem Sterling, whose shot is blocked and wide. Great chance there from Manchester City. Brilliant counter. Brilliant ball from Edison to Bernardo. Flick down, headed down into the path of Kyle Walker. And across to Sterling, but the corner's been taken quickly. Gundogan can't get a shot away from. It's blocked. And Spurs win possession back. Good play that from Manchester City though, but Manchester City have got possession again. He's Kevin De Bruyne, the penalty, strikes a team effort on goal, and it's saved by Hugo Lloris. But that chance moments ago, I'm just seeing it again now. Bernardo with a great run, flicks down for Walker, who made a brilliant run forward. He got into the penalty area, pulled it across for Raheem Sterling. Sterling did everything right, kept the shot down, and he just deflected off Walker Peters behind for a corner, which was then taken quickly and couldn't capitalise on that, good Manchester City's. Lloris clears forward over the heads of everybody, and Ericsson will not bother chasing as Otamendi has it, and he played it across to Laporte. Laporte coming forward for Manchester City now. Still goals on 8 minutes here at the Etihad. Panini says it wasn't offside, Sterling was onside, but it looked offside to me, Panini. But let's try our VAR. Is Sterling gets the shots away. It's Aguero, and Walker Peters clears, but only as for Zinchenko. Here's Gundogan. De Bruyne trying to get him back. And now Spurs with Ndombele. Down the line it goes, looking for the run of Sissoko, and he's won the throw there, Sissoko. Taken to Ndombele, the throw in quickly. He plays it now to Winks, and he spreads the play to Danny Rose. 5% possession in the Man City half in the opening few minutes. It's all been happening in the middle of the park, 53%, and 42% happening in the Spurs half. As Alderweireld is over the top looking for Harry Kane. Can't get an end of that. And it's gone through to Edison. Here are the Etihadis. Manchester City 0, Tottenham 0. The JB Clara man of the match. JB MOTM is in operation later. I'll give you a liner how to do that later. As England move on to 41 for 2, lead by 49. Burns on 26, Stanley on 9 in the cricket. As Zinchenko plays down line for Sterling. Sterling in towards Gundogan. Gundogan back to Zinchenko. Can he get across? No, he plays it back to Gundogan. Here's Sterling inside the Tottenham penalty area. It's Alderweireld and goes behind for a corner to Manchester City. Still goalless then. We've played 9 minutes in the first half. Well, I've just gone into the 10 minutes of the first half. Man City with a corner, taken quickly to Gundogan. On the edge of the box, takes a shot, which is deflected behind, and it's another corner to Manchester City. Early pressure this from the orders. Laporte up there. Otamendi's up there. Sissoko back doing a bit helping out with the defence. Winks is back helping the defence as that corner comes in. Looks like he's pushing the back there. On Aguero, I think on Gundogan he might be, but not given. VAR will look at that, and our VAR man will let me know if he thinks was that a penalty or not. But while we wait for that, De Bruyne plays in behind. Bernardo with the cross, and it's over it. And now it's Ndombele down the line for Harry Kane, and he's going out for a throw. Michael Oliver, incidentally, is the match official. Nothing of that is on the post, on Gundogan in fact. And that looked a penalty to me. As I see that again, yes, that's a clear penalty for me. We'll have a word with Javier Man in a moment. Panini, let us know what you think in the chat. Is England going nicely? That William 4 there. 45 for 2. Now England in the cricket. The Lords. Javier Man says no penalty, just fell over. It looked like arms from Lamella was all over him there, but that's a view from our VAR man. Good to have VAR man in all the commentaries with us this season. We didn't have that last season for some Premier League matches. That's why there were a lot of debates. As I just watched this incident again, his arms are all over his neck and he pulls him down to the ground. That's a clear penalty for me. Vinny says he was looking for it, but Man City have possession with Gundogan to the Paul. Tottenham out wide to Bernardo now. Bernardo coming forward. Lovely play this from Manchester City. Now it's Otamendi to Laporte. Down the line it goes into the path of Sterling. Will drop deep for that, and he's now running on the car walk. Peters goes it back. In there's Gundogan, and it goes out for a goal kick. Manchester City 0, Tottenham 0 so far. As Rose goes down under the challenge there of De Bruyne. And there's a free kick to Tottenham, which is taken by Ericsson to Sanchez. Out of Alderweireld with possession. Across to Walker Peters, who's getting beat on that far side of the left of Manchester City by Raheem Sterling all the time. It's far side the right for space. But there's Ericsson giving possession away. As Walker plays it to Bernardo. He gets it back. And now it's inside to Rodri. Now it's Walker. Otamendi. De Bruyne out wide to Sterling. Sterling into Zinchenko. Trying to pick out Bernardo on that far side, but it's cut out by Ericsson. And now Tottenham could break here, can they? The Miller losing out. Now it's Bernardo to Runner Rose. And he goes inside to De Bruyne, who turns to Aguero. Can't pick out Bernardo. Winks going forward for Tottenham. Here's Rose. Rose once more. Knocks it back to Sanchez. And he plays it all the way back there to Lloris. And he plays it out, looking to pick out Walker Peters. And goes out for a throw on that far side of the right. The right for Tottenham, far side of the left for Manchester City. 0-0, 15 minutes gone. Here at the Etihad. And it's Laporte. With possession across to Otamendi. And now it's Walker, this near side of the right. Bernardo. To De Bruyne, back to Bernardo. Back down the line to De Bruyne, and it's deflected out for a throw off of Sanchez. De Bruyne takes the throw to Bernardo, back to De Bruyne. And then he pushes it out for a throw to Tottenham. England will want to 46 for 2 in the cricket. Going back to that penalty appeal, which I'll go to in a moment. As here's Harry Kane for Tottenham. Lovely one from Harry Kane. Can he play it out wide? To Sissoko, and he can. Sissoko crosses in towards Lamella at the back post. He gets an header there. Cleared away by Walker and act clear by Rodri there. Good defending. And then from Manchester City, still goalless. Danny Rose will take the throw. It's still goals here at the Etihad. The Port has possession for Manchester City, coming up towards halfway. Here's Walker. Still goalless for the Etihad. Not missed anything at this moment in time. As Man City have possession in with Rodrigo. Clever ball out wide looking for Bernardo. He doesn't keep the ball in. It looked like he did at first. Well, that was out of play with that crossfield pass trying to pick him out. As now Tottenham will have a throw on this near side of the left. Going back to that penalty incident, he says, VAR, no pen, just fell over. He was looking for that. And he also says, and the City player was having hold of the shirt in the end there as well. It's still 0-0 as we try and get back. Pictures back 4 years. We've just lost pictures temporarily. And Manchester City have scored, incidentally. We've missed a goal. Well, the stream went down. Raheem Sterling with it. He's a great run on the left. Cross from Kevin De Bruyne. Brilliant cross. And Sterling heads home brilliantly at the back post. 1-0 to Manchester City. Great finish from Raheem Sterling there. Great goal from Raheem Sterling. Brilliant cross to pick him out by Kevin De Bruyne, as I said. Still is 1-0 then to Manchester City. So the stream went down, so I couldn't bring you the goal in the end, but we'll be back with you now as we have Edison on possession to Rodri, and now is Otamendi to Rodrigo. It's out wide on the left now. Zinchenko gives possession away. Still 1-0 Man City. Sorry for missing the goal, and it was a fantastic goal as well. Great header, the far post, I think you mean there, Panini. Great cross in the finish by De Bruyne. It's 1-0 Manchester City here at the Etihad. "21 minutes gone, 1-0 City lead. So there's not missed much as Rose picks up possession. As England move on for 54 for 2. In the Ashes, lead by 62 runs. 17 overs gone in the Ashes. Man City have that lead if you're just joining us. It was a brilliant cross from Kevin De Bruyne and picked out by Raheem Sterling at the back post. Manchester City 1, Tottenham 0 here on the Game Live. JB Clara Twitch channel, then uploaded later to the YouTube channel for your viewing pleasure and listening pleasure for the rest of the evening, and maybe over the next week if you support one of these teams until your next game. As Danny Rose picks up possession for Tottenham. Inside to Winks, further inside to Ndombele, forward to Lamelo, strikes, and it's a goal! Eric Lamelo has equalised for Tottenham Hotspurs. I wasn't expecting that to go in from there. It was a fantastic strike from Eric Lamelo. Great pick out in the end by Harry Winks. Picks him out brilliantly. Picks out Ndombele. He picks him out brilliantly, in fact. And then a fantastic finish into the back of the net. Ederson with no chance there, and Tottenham are back level in this sky. And this game is Man City 1, Tottenham 1. We've played nearly 23.5 minutes at the Etihad. Fantastic goal, as Benny says. Lamelo, what a goal from outside the box. Fantastic strike. As we have just lost pictures once again now. Bring it to you as soon as we have pictures again, but it's 1-1. Tottenham just equalised. As Walker, as if for Man City. Inside to Laporte. Is out wide to Gundogan. Forward into Sterling. Squares, no one in there, and it's turned behind in the end by Sanchez. He had to turn it behind, otherwise Bernardo would have been on end of that to the near the far post. De Bruyne, yeah, Bernardo would have been on end of that to pull that ball back across. So good defending in the end there from Manchester City, from Davinson Sanchez. Corner kick. Here's Aguero battling for it. Otamendi in there as well. And now Spurs looking to break away. And there's a foul there by Sterling on Sissoko. Harry Winks, in fact, he was. It looked like it was Sissoko from where I'm sitting, but it was. Yes, it was Harry Winks, so correct. Call for a booking there for Sterling. Winks were away. Sterling knew what he was doing. With that in Sanchez as if for Rose. Coming forward. Oh, he said he plays it forward to Lamela. And then Kane. Then De Bruyne goes down under the challenge from Sanchez. Winks, Ericsson, Kane having a word with the referee Michael Oliver. And that is a dive for me by Kevin De Bruyne. Well, I can see where he's getting for intent. The intent was there to fetch him down according to Michael Oliver. Still 1-1 here at the Etihad. VAR says foul and the yellow card for Sterling was the correct decision. It's De Bruyne takes a free kick in towards a penalty area and is claimed by Lloris. Who winks tells to just calm it down a little bit and so Spurs can have time to regroup us. And Ndombele has possession. It was a lovely assist from Ndombele to pick out Lamela to get that goal for Spurs a few moments ago. It's 1-1 here at the Etihad. Man City 1, Tottenham 1. as Rose picks up possession from Lloris. Takes it past Rodri. As is Sanchez now. Winks to Lloris. Across there it goes to Walker-Peters. We'll have updates on the cricket at half time with JB. England are currently batting in their second innings at the moment. It is Walker now for Manchester City. Not missing much here. Going through the results again. Arsenal 2, Burnley 1. Brighton 1, West Ham 1. Everton 1, Watford 0. Norwich 3, Newcastle 1. Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. All the results from earlier today. There's one which I've missed off, which we'll be able to hear later on, delayed with JB. He was at that game earlier today with Aston Villa versus Bournemouth, but he had that game finished later with JB on delay. But it's Danny Rose, crossed in deep. Can't pick out a man at the far post. Sterling intercepts. There's Gundogan. Lovely ball for Aguero. And a lovely tip by Aguero. And a lovely ball over the top, trying to get Sterling away. De Bruyne closing down as well. Sanchez to Walker-Peters. Inside to Winks. Lovely football from Spurs. Coming towards halfway now with Ndombele. Inside. Can't pick out Harry Kane, can he? No. And he's headed up by Laporte there in the finish. And he's knocked it to Ederson. Ederson to Otamendi. Coming forward is Walker. Back to Otamendi it goes. Half and 30 minutes gone in this match. Man City 1, Tottenham 1. And it's Alwar with Sterling on the far side of the left. Here's Aguero on the edge of the penalty area. Gives possession away. There's Winks to Lamella. Now Lamella gets it back to Winks and gets it back. Lovely football from Tottenham. But then that ball from Lamella can't pick out Harry Kane. And now Man City have possession back again. Here's De Bruyne, who loses out to Eriksen. And now Rose. Eriksen. Ndombele. Sissoko. Ndombele once more. Sissoko again. Ndombele again. Rose again. Eriksen. Rose. Eriksen once more. Back to Rose again. Sanchez. Alderweireld back to Sanchez. Inside he goes to Winks. Love the ball is Eriksen. Flicks inside. Can't play counter man. He's headed out for a throw to Tottenham by Rodrigo. And Eriksen looks like he'll take a wheel. Instead he'll leave it for Danny Rose. 1-1. It is Etihad in the game live. Harry Winks with possession. He's out wide, he goes there, and Alderweireld has possession. Here's Sanchez. Lovely ball from Sanchez, and it goes out of play from Sanchez, trying to pick out Sissoko on that far side. Man City next in action next Sunday, the 25th, away at Vitality against Bournemouth. And Tottenham also in action next Sunday, on the 25th. They take on Newcastle at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next week. So that's a couple of matches next Sunday for your listening pleasure. But those are the matches from the Premier League next Sunday. As Rodrigo plays it into Otamendi. And now Zinchenko plays out wide for Sterling. Sterling coming forward. Got Gundogan on the outside. Plays it into Gundogan now. Cross towards Aguero. Cleared away. Sissoko over to Zinchenko and he's away from Zinchenko. Sissoko can't pick out Harry Kane, and that's clear and forward and like a rugby clearance in the end by Otamendi. It is still 1-1. Here's Danny Rose. Rose is inside to Sanchez, across to Lloris. Lloris with possession. Just Alderweireld to Ericsson, back to Alderweireld, and now Sanchez for Tottenham. Winks back to Alderweireld once more. Lovely playlist from Spurs. Alderweireld to Lloris. Lloris will look to pick out a man, and he looks to pick out Harry Kane, who can't win the flick on. Otamendi does the other flick on to Bernardo. Lovely header from Otamendi there, and Bernardo takes a shot, which is charged down. Out wide to Sissoko. Lovely football from Spurs, and nice Winks. And Lamela can't get the ball forward in the end there. Walker-Peters intercepts, but then gives possession back to Zinchenko. 1-1 as Otamendi comes forward. It's Bernardo Silva into Walker, and a cross-field play to Sterling. Lovely football this. Sterling to Gundogan. Zinchenko. Gundogan once more. Sterling. Zinchenko halfway inside the Spurs off. Laporte into Otamendi. Only Edison back inside the City half for the moment. Everyone else up inside the Tottenham half. As he is. Bernardo. To cross and he's in by Aguero! Oh, that's some neat football from Manchester City. Bernardo plays it down the line into Kevin De Bruyne. First time across the face of the goal, and he's acting, slicing by the outside of the foot from Sergio Aguero. Brilliant finish inside of the right boot, beyond Lloris, who had no chance. And Man City are back in front. We've got 10 minutes to go before the break. It's Man City 2, Tottenham 1 here at the Etihad Stadium. As bad as I've just seen that again, I think that Alderweireld could have maybe going in front of the man of Aguero to cut that out. We said it was behind him. He must have thought Sanchez were going to cut it out, but Sanchez never had a prayer with that ball in, and Spurs found themselves 2-1 behind just before half time. Not a bad game of football this. 2-1, 34 minutes score, 35 minutes score here at the Etihad. And Rose to Ericsson, back to Rose. Rose goes down. Walker is De Bruyne. To Bernardo. Here's De Bruyne once more inside the penalty area. Lovely forward from De Bruyne. And then the finish is not so good. And he fires it wide and into the corner from Kevin De Bruyne in the end there. Well, that could have possibly been a free kick in the build-up to that. It looked like they killed the ball off the top of Danny Rose, but when De Bruyne got in the box, yeah, I won't think on his mind was to shoot, but if he could have pulled it across, and Aguero or even Alderweireld managed to put it into his own net from there. It's Man City 2, Tottenham 1. Rodri putting on the pressure. Man City have 4 shots on target to Tottenham's 1. That shot on target for Tottenham is their goal. City have got 2 goals from their 4 on target so far in this opening 37 minutes. It is Man City 2, Tottenham 1 as Gundogan plays it for Aguero. Bernardo goes in. Aaron Ndombele wins a free kick. Pep Guardiola down beside him, not showing that many emotions. His side's leading 2-1. He led Messi to the first treble in history of English football last campaign, as he's Lamela for Tottenham now. A lovely football to intercept. Here's Ericsson. Lovely football to intercept again for Manchester City, but Rose picks up the loose ball. Here's Kane, back to Rose. Sanchez now has it. Alderweireld. Walker-Peters. Out wide to Sissoko. Lovely footwork. And here's Aguero coming deep to get involved in the action at the moment. Here's Sterling. Back into Aguero on the edge of the penalty area. Can he get a shot away? No, so he has to go wide to Bernardo, who's getting walk up on the other side of him. Bernardo with the cross in. Goalie deflection off Winks, which was easy for Lewis to claim. Now Ericsson is coming forward to Harry Kane. Inside it goes to Rose. Now Sanchez. Now it's with Rose once more. Alderweireld had his, and then back to Sanchez, and then it was back with Rose. Now it's back with Sanchez, and now it's back with Toby Alderweireld. Back to Davison Sanchez. Alderweireld, how wide it goes. To walk Peter to Itzy long downfield, looking for Sissoko. Lovely run from Sissoko to make Laporte clear it out for a throw to Tottenham. We've played 38 minutes and it's Man City 2, Tottenham 1. As well as possession. Lovely football from Rose into Sanchez. And he picks out Alderweireld. Sanchez. Lovely play from Sanchez. Winks. Rose gets a free kick, which is taken quickly by Tottenham up towards Harry Kane, who puts pressure on Edison, who eventually claims. We're in towards the final 5 minutes of the first half. Man City 2, Tottenham 1, the scoreline here at the Etihad. Otamendi. Otamendi once more. Lovely ball over the top. Is that wide there? To Zinchenko, to Gundogan, Zinchenko to Rodrigo, should I say. Rodrigo with the ball. I'll be switching between Rodrigo and Rodri in the game. It's going to be the same player though, guys. He's known as either one of those two, so I don't think it's a different player. Just reminder of the two subs benches. Bravo, Jesus, Silva, Fernandinho, Mahrez, Cancelo and Foden for Man City, Gazzaniga, Vertonghen, Davis, Dyer, Skip, Marcelo and Lucas for Tottenham. No real attacking outlet on the bench for Spurs as Harry Kane goes down under the challenge of Otamendi there, and he's a free kick to Spurs, which Rose takes and he plays it to Sanchez to Alderweireld across now Walker Peters. Sanchez has possession. Lovely play from Sanchez. Rose now to Ndombele inside. Lovely footwork to Winks. Lovely footwork again. And lovely switch to Walker on the far side, the right for Tottenham as they look. And they come forward. From right to left. And City left to right. And Gundogan now has it to Laporte. To Rodri. To Walker. Here's Laporte. Love the footwork. Love the ball from Walker's. Bernardo to De Bruyne. In towards Gundogan, who puts it wide. A chance there to make it 3 just before half time, which really would have killed the game off. But lovely footwork again from Man City. Lovely passage of play. Bernardo to De Bruyne, inside to Gundogan, who hit it just wide of the post, the near post. And Luis's left-hand post. And now Tottenham have a rose from that goal kick. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Inside to Aguero. At clear. And Man City coming forward. With possession once more with Rodrigo. Out wide to Bernardo. Lovely forward from Bernardo. Here's Walker. Lovely work here by Man City. De Bruyne to Bernardo to Walker. Lovely crossfield pass to Sterling, who's onside. Sterling attacking Walker Peters. Zinchenko with the strike save by Luis Aguero. Is on hand almost in case he fumbled the shot. And that was a comfortable save in the end for Hugo Lloris after great work from Sterling. Set up Zinchenko, who tested Lloris quite nicely there, to be fair. Almost coming up towards half time. How many minutes we'll have before we get to a break? Into the final minute of the first half. Still Man City 2, Tottenham 1. As Walker Peters picks out Lloris, who picks out Sanchez. And then he picks out Alderweireld with Bernardo quickly onto him, Sterling quickly onto Walker Peters. And now Bernardo onto him as well, and Bernardo does well to close down the clearance from Alderweireld in the end there. Man City fans appreciate that. In that far corner. Walker Peters tailor throw then into the final few seconds of normal time before we see how many minutes gets added on here at the Etihad. Man City 2, Tottenham 1 is the scoreline. Gundogan. Is Aguero changing and gets the shot away. He's blocked. Rodri now. To Walker. Back to Rodri. So Laporte has been to 2 minutes of stoppage time. He's out wide there with Sterling. Back to Laporte. It's across now to Otamendi to Walker. Inside it goes. Lovely footwork from Manchester City. Oh, Bernardo, brilliant footwork from him once more. Lovely footwork, still going. Still going once more. Lovely footwork. And it's gone against Bernardo there. Can't see how that could be given against Bernardo when he had two players around him and he never did anything illegal there for me. VAR, Panini will bet says if that was the right decision. Still 2-1 Man City lead. Almost 3-1 as Spurs almost getting to a tank. Mix up at the back as Sanchez out. Up to Ndombele to Winks. From Winks to Sanchez. Help Spurs get out of that. What would have been an awkward mess. And Sanchez plays it to Alderweireld. All right to Walker Peters. As we come towards the end of the first half. The Mella, who's got a brilliant goal for Spurs, goes down and wins a free kick. You can see Lucas on the touchline, watching on patiently, hoping to get a chance in the second half. There's a cross there to Sanchez. And there goes the half-time whistle. Man City lead by 2-1. Raheem Sterling opened the scoring for Manchester City. Eric Lamela equalised. And then Sergio Aguero put City back into the lead. But here at the Etihad at half-time, is Manchester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
Thanks Russ, and we'll be back with him in time for the second half. It's 2-1 there, some great football, some VAR controversy. I know I disagree on the penalty that wasn't given for Man City. I felt it was a penalty, so I'd have to disagree with our VAR man Panini on that one. And just to keep you up to date with the cricket, England have lost 4 wickets now. This is not looking good at the moment. Burns has just been caught for 29 off the bowling of Peter Siddle by Tim Payne. Earlier, and Denley's been caught and bowled by Siddle for 26. Earlier, England had lost 2 wickets from very little. Roy out for 2, caught and bowled Cummins, and Cummins got Root Bristol duck and ended up on almost on a hat trick between 2 balls for him, but he couldn't get the hat trick ball. Stokes and Butler are now at the crease. Stokes has 6, Butler 3. And at the moment the score stands at 75 for 4, and so that is the situation at the moment, and 83 runs, so effectively it's 83 for 4, 6 wickets in hand, so it's not looking too good there for England, I'm afraid, in the cricket. Nice Butler and Stokes, who got the who's a 100 partnership in the World Cup final, got them to almost more or less towards the trophy. Although they needed their super over to do that, but they're going to have to come up with a very good partnership again if they're going to try and take the game away from Australia. Not looking good. So 75 for 4 is the latest score, and a lead of 83. Right, earlier today, Burnley lost 2-1 today against Arsenal. Very close game. Nick Pope was superb. I thought Arsenal played really well in spells. I thought Lacazette and I thought Aubameyang were terrific. Aubameyang scoring his usually customary goal against us. Nicolas Pepe came on at half-time, showed off some extraordinary skills, but it was Arsenal who got the win by 2-1. We're at Villa Park, incidentally, and you'll be hearing commentary from me on the Villa game that was played today, so we won't let you know what happened there. We'll let you keep guessing on that one. Brighton 1, West Ham 1 was a full-time score at the Amex. So too was Everton against Watford, 1-0 at Goodison Park. So Everton 4 points from their 2 games, and of course Pookie with the hat-trick to give Norwich a victory against Newcastle 3-1, and Newcastle have lost their best player as well, which won't help their cause. Southampton 1, Liverpool 2, so Southampton have lost both their games, and that does not look good at the moment. Let's have a look let's go to the Championship, and we might as well try and keep up to date with all the latest scores. Most of these are full-time results. There is one game going on at the moment, I think. No, there isn't. There's no games going on at the moment. So these are all full-times. Barnsley 2, Charlton 2, Blackburn 1 with gritty teeth, Middlesbrough 0, Brentford and Hull finished 1-1, Bristol City 2, QPR 0, Brighton 1, West Brom 2, Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Nottingham Forest 3, Birmingham City 0, Forest doing terrifically well. Stoke and Derby finished 2 each, Swansea and Preston finished 3-2 Swansea, and Leeds are top of the pile. Russ was boasting about it off air earlier with a 2-0 win against 10-man Wigan. So as I said, so that's puts Leeds top of the table at the moment. 2 goals in fact for Patrick Bamford in that game. Let's look at the League One then. Let's go to League One. Check the scores in that one. In the early game, Sunderland 2, Portsmouth 1, Wimbledon 1, Accrington 1. Good point there for Accrington away from home. Blackpool's good start continues with a 2-1 win over Oxford. Rotherham beating Burton by a goal to 0. Coventry 2, Bristol Rovers 0. Doncaster 3, Fleetwood 2. Lincoln 4, Southend 0. Peterborough 2, Ipswich 0 in the local derby down there. Shrewsbury and Rochdale finished 0-0. Tranmere 2 good for Bolton, 5-0 winners today at Prenton Park, and Wycombe 3, MK Dons 0. and Bury obviously postponed for the 5th consecutive match against Tottenham. And if you haven't seen the video on Bury from yesterday, I suggest you take a look at my view on that, and that's in JB's EFL Weekly. It's going to be a weekly series with me discussing the big issues in the Football League. Into League 2 now. Bradford 3, Oldham 0, Carlisle 0, Mansfield 2, Colchester 1, Cambridge 2, Crewe 1, Walsall 0, Exeter and Swindon finished 1-1, Forest Green 1, Grimsby 0, Leyton Orient 0, Stevenage 0. Same scoreline with Morecambe and Cheltenham, that finished also goalless. Newport getting 3 points there against Plymouth by a goal to 0. Northampton 1, Macclesfield 2, Salford 1, Port Vale 1, and Scunthorpe 2, Crawley Town 2. So that's League 2 sorted out. Now we would go into the National League, and let's go and take a check on the National League, of course. Let's have a look at the scores there. There's a game going on at the moment between Barrow and Yeovil, but earlier today it was Fylde 1, Woking 4, Aldershot 1, Halifax 1, Barnet and Chesterfield finished 2 each, Bournemouth 0, Sutton 1, Sutton United, Dagenham and Redbridge beat Harrogate by 4 goals to 2, Dover 1, Torquay 2, Hartlepool 2, Bromley 3, so a long streak for Bromley but a good win for them. Maidenhead 4, Chorley 1, Solihull Moors, who missed out in the playoffs last year, take on Ebbsfleet, and they beat them 2-1. Stockport County looking to get back into the Football League after so many years out, winning 2-0 at Edgeley Park against Eastleigh, and at the moment in the late game between Barrow and Yeovil it's 0-0 at half time in that game. Now we're going to Scotland and Scottish League Cup today, and these are some second round scores, and these were the second round scores today. Here we are. So Celtic go through 2-1 after extra time against Dunfermline, 4-1 Livingston 2, Hibernian 5, Morton 3, Kilmarnock 1, Hamilton Academicals 0 after extra time, and Partick Thistle 3, Ross County 2 after extra time as well. So Celtic's grip on the League Cup not relinquishing one tiny bit at the moment. Let's try and pick the ones out of this first half then at the Etihad. Up there at the Etihad, what a performance it has been. A great game. Just seen a replay of Lamela's goal, build up on the left hand side, and the ball laid into Lamela, and he must have been something like 35 yards from goal as soon as he struck it with his left foot. It was hit with such venom, and Ederson is one of the best keepers in the league, has kept so many clean sheets for Manchester City last season. Well, there's not a lot he can do about that. It's a terrific finish, and he doesn't see it until very, very late. It's a terrific effort, and that made it 1-1 at that precise moment. And really, City were teetering on the brink a bit, but they don't panic. Manchester City, they had a terrific, lovely little move which involved something like 30 odd passes in the build-up, and then it went down the right hand side. Silva, De Bruyne knocking the ball back across and inside the 6-yard area. Well, Sergio Aguero, he's made a living and a career here over at the Etihad for ghosting into the penalty area. Defenders really not spotted him, and absolutely steaming in there to make it 2-1. And I think the second half, there's going to be a lot of elements coming now. City will be quite happy to play on the counter, I think, in the second half, because Spurs will have to go all out if they're going to save this game. I think it's going to be tight, tense, and certainly the first half was superb. The first goal, Raheem Sterling crossing from De Bruyne. He's actually got both goals from assists. Sterling got the first, Lamela with that super equaliser, and now Sergio Aguero put his City 2-1 ahead. I think we're going to head in for some fun here in the second half. The game coming to you live from the Etihad, and Russ taking a little bit of a breather. Let me keep you abreast with the latest cricketing score. It was 77 for 4 the last we heard. Let's see what's been happening there. And the latest score we have in the Test match is 78 for 4. There's been 25 overs bowled by Australia, and it's 86 the lead now. And 86 the lead, and this really will be tough. Two batsmen in at the moment. Ben Stokes, the World Cup final hero, 8 not out. Joss Buttler, his partner, not out 4. Burns out for 29, Roy out for 2, Root first ball duck, and Denley caught and bowled for 26. 9 extras, 4 byes, 4 leg byes, and 1 no ball, no wides. And as I say, 78 for 4 after 25.1 overs at Lords. And it's not looking good at the moment. Unless England can really get a good partnership going, there could be some troubles there, that's for sure.
Welcome back to the Etihad for the second half. Ahead of the second half coverage between Tottenham Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. 2-1 Man City are currently leading in the first half. Sorry for the delay back to the stream and back to the comms box here at the Etihad. Hopefully we'll be back. Hopefully I'll be with you very, very soon. The teams are back out Hopefully, very soon the teams will be back out so I can bring you the second half coverage. So we're still waiting for the players to come back out for the second half here at the Etihad. The players are now in the tunnel. And just before the second half comes on, I'm going to try and bring in our match day presenter in JB. JB, are you there? But can't seem to get JB on the line at the moment. We're having a few technical issues down there at the Villa game. Tottenham players are just in the tunnel waiting to come back out now. Man City are already back out there. Just waiting for the start of the second half commentary. Players are back out in the tunnel. One half of the teams are back out onto the tunnel. Tottenham have now back out onto the field of play this for the second half. The officials are back out there as well. And hopefully we'll get underway very soon. And we're back underway then here at the Etihad between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspurs. And Tottenham have possession with Alderweireld. With all the teams again is Edison, Walker, Otamendi, Poroshenko, De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Aguero and Sterling. For Spurs it's Lloris in goal, Walker Peters, Alderweireld, Sanchez and Rose. Winston and Ndombele the holding two. Then it's Sissoko, Eriksen and Lamella across the back. Kane up front. We have just kicked off in the second half. We've played almost a minute of the second half as the ball comes into the penalty area and is saved there. Hugo Lloris from Kyle Walker's centre. And it's Alderweireld to Sanchez. And Sanchez plays it back to Hugo Lloris in the penalty area. But Man City have possession back. Is Rodri into Laporte over the halfway line. Back into Rodri. Lovely footballers from Manchester City. Good ball down the line, and he's knocked out of play there in the end by Kevin De Bruyne, trying to pick out Bernardo Silva on that far side. And Tottenham have a throw on that far side as we look, going from left to right in the second half. Man City going from right to left. As Alderweireld picks up possession. Into the 47th minute, Tottenham are trailing by 2-1 as Ericsson can't go on end of a latched ball, but Rose can go on end of Walker's knockdown, and Rose puts the ball in looking for Harry Kane, who is claimed there by Edison. And he plays the ball out to Zinchenko, coming up towards halfway, cuts back, plays it to Laporte, to Zinchenko once more, and he plays it to Edison, who plays it out wide to Walker. Lovely control by the English fullback, and he feeds into Kevin De Bruyne. Lovely one from Kevin De Bruyne. Can he get a strike away? He kind of just deflected behind off for Sanchez, and it's a corner kick to Manchester City. Lovely run there from Kevin De Bruyne, and he come off Alderweireld and Sanchez in the end. So double deflection, and it's a corner which is taken quickly. Is Zinchenko strikes, saved by the keeper, comes out, onto the back across, cleared away by Spurs. Can they get it away? It's Sissoko. Lovely footwork from Sissoko. Down the line it goes. Can't pick out at the Mella. Zinchenko. Lovely footwork there. And lovely play for Manchester City. Leeds United won earlier today, 2-0 at Wigan, as JB mentioned at half-time. That was a fantastic game there. I saw that. Well, it was on the way across to the Etihad as Kyle Walker comes forward over the halfway line. Lovely run inside to Aguero. Aguero can't take on his man, and it's cleared by Alderweireld, by Lamella and Bagley doing some defending in Alderweireld as well. It's played in behind to Raheem Sterling. Sterling into the penalty area. Still going Raheem Sterling. He's come off Sissoko and behind for a corner kick to Manchester City. Well, it's a corner which De Bruyne will take to Bernardo Silva. To Gundogan. To Kevin De Bruyne with the ball in. A man goes down in there. I think he's Gundogan, who's gone down inside the penalty area. Not given as a penalty though. And Man City will have to regroup, and he's played all the way back to Edison from Kyle Walker. And he kicks it long, looking for Bernardo Silva on that far side. He's gone out of play for a throw. There was a big shout for a Manchester City penalty there, following the port, I think it was, in the finish. Let's watch this against Sissoko, and the pot holding hands, and he goes down the pole there. Don't really see much in that. Panini, let us know your thoughts on that incident. 15 minutes gone in the second half. 5 minutes of the second half gone, should I say. Man City 2, Tottenham 1 is the scoreline here at the Etihad. Lovely footwork. Here's Sterling over the top. Aguero to De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne strikes, and he's just wide in the end. Decent chance for Manchester City there. And it's just gone wide over the target in the finish. And it's 2-1. Manchester City lead. And Kevin De Bruyne. With possession there as Rose picks up for space on that far side. Down the line he goes to Ericsson, inside to Ndombele, now Winks with possession for Spurs. Forward into Lamella. Lovely footwork to Ericsson. Now it's Sissoko coming up on this near side of the right. Lovely ball in from Sissoko, can't pick out Harry Kane. Comes out to Ericsson, heads back to Winks. Lovely footwork from Winks. Pick out Ndombele, and lovely footwork again from Ndombele, but he can't pick out Spurs shirt, and he's gone through to Edison. Right about the 65th minute mark, guys, I'll open the lines for your man of the match. Send it in to me at using the hashtag JBMOTM. That is hashtag JBMOTM followed by the name of your player who would get your vote. So for me in the Leeds match, JBMOTM Patrick Bamford. Or you don't need to put the full name, you can just put the surname as well if you like. Here's Man City playing well way at the back. Is Edison. Forward. Lovely touch out wide to De Bruyne. And he's inside to Sterling. Through for Aguero. Can he get a strike line? He can, but he's over the top in the end. Sanchez sliding across, put him off in the finish there, I think, put Aguero off. But that was messing about at the back, I said. But then one ball up and a flick out to the right to to left to De Bruyne. It's inside the left, and then to Sterling, who then played it through for Aguero. That's what you call from one end to the other in a blink of an eye. 17 attempts for Manchester City, 1 to Tottenham. Tottenham's attempts, the one on top, the goal. 6 attempts on target. That makes that 7 attempts on target from Bernardo Silva. Lovely control for Sterling. By Sterling, should I say, is De Bruyne. Trying to play through for Sterling, he can. But Lloris comes out brilliantly to block him off. Sterling's gone down. No penalty though for me. But interesting what our VAR man has to say. And it's 2-1 to Manchester City here at the Etihad. That's a great chance from Bernardo Silva, who show was easily saved in the end by Lloris a few moments ago. So very soon I'll open the voting lines for man of the match. And you can have your say on who you think's your man of the match, and you've got from the 65th minute mark to the 90th minute mark, as Lucas will be about to come on for Spurs. It'd be interesting to see who Spurs fetch off for him. In the finish, the Mella, good ball into Winks, and now it's Sissoko to Walker Peters to Winks and Dombele for Spurs. Half wide is Danny Rose on that far side of the left. Lovely control by Danny Rose. Up against two Man City players there in Walker and Bernardo Silva. And Spurs somehow regain possession with Walker Peters on this midway side of the left, right. All wide to Lamella. Lovely one from Lamella. He's got to circle out wide of him, and finds him now. Here's Walker Peters to Sissoko, sorry. Here's Winks. Lamella. Lovely ball over the top. Ericsson chest down, and he can't get a strike away. He's a foot in there in the end from Laporte, I think he was, and he's behind for a corner. Good spell this from Spurs. Can they get a second goal and tie the game up once again? But that's a brilliant ball over the top. And lovely defensive workers. Harry Winks is the man to come off for Lucas, which might now see Sissoko drop back into the defensive midfield role and see Lamella move out wide to the right, I would imagine, with Lucas, moving into the number 10 behind Harry Kane. And there's another on goal, he's in! First impact sub! What an impact sub that is from Mauricio Pochettino. And it's Lucas Moura who's just got off the bench. Lucas, I've just been talking about where he could be playing, but that's what you call an impact sub. Corner came in, Winks off for Lucas, corner in from Lamella, and a run. No one knew who were picking him up, and a run across his markers. And I think he got across Otamendi and Walker, in fact, he beat to the near post. And it's 2-2 now here at the Etihad. Fantastic goal. They may have come off Walker in the end. Lucas is claiming it at the moment, but I think he come off Walker there. Let's look here. No, it is Lucas's goal. And on 57 minutes, it's Manchester City 2, Tottenham 2, and what a game this has been so far. And inspired substitution there by Mauricio Pochettino for Spurs to level the tie. Here's Zinchenko. How wide it goes. Sterling. Zinchenko with the cross towards the back post. Cleared out. Oh, lovely footwork. And a ball over the top there in the end is wasted. I think that was Lamella, who just played a peach of a corner to set up Lucas with their second attempt on target and their second attempt all game. And it's 2-2. Guardiola can't believe it down on the touchline in front of me. Oh, what a ball in behind. De Bruyne and Aguero can reach. Aguero can reach there in the end. And the Reese claims and rolls it out to Nicolas Otamendi. That man looks on the screen right now. Fantastic game so far he has played. 2-2. Here's Kane. Goes down. Free kick to Tottenham. Foul on Harry Kane there. Man City having it all their own way today. Lovely footwork. Sissoko gone back into that holding role since the substitution. Lamella out wide. And Lucas in between Lamella and Eriksen now. A tactical switch there, or not really, just a switch in personnel with Sissoko going back in front of the back four. Spurs fans in fine voice down below me, well down to my right hand side where they're attacking, and he's a poor pass there from Lloris in the end, and he's out for a throw to Man City under a bit of pressure in the end, and Sterling comes across. We'll leave it for Zinchenko to take, who does it into Gundogan. Gundogan plays it all the way back to Laporte. And there's a cross to Otamendi. And now Walker. Otamendi once more, coming up towards the hour mark of this tie. Approaching the final 30 minutes to go. Man City 2, Tottenham 2 is the scoreline. Lovely work. Walker. Otamendi. Across in field to Laporte. Gets it back to Laporte from Gundogan, and then he sees possession. And now he's Walker Peters under pressure from Sterling, and Sterling's robbed him. Inside the penalty now, Raheem Sterling gets a strike and on goal, blocked. Comes out as far as Gundogan. Gundogan controlling well. Into Rodri. Strikes a goal, tipped over in the end from Hugo Lloris, and there's a fantastic save from Rodri. And that was one of the best saves of this match so far from the Spurs keeper. He hasn't had much to save, but some of the shots been wide of target or being blocked by the Spurs defence. But when he's been called upon, Lloris, he's produced some magnificent saves. De Bruyne takes the corner, knocks in, and it's off the bar, and somehow Otamendi can't turn it in. Is saved by Hugo Lloris. I thought that was going to be 3-2 to Man City there. Fantastic work by Bernardo to loop it back towards goal. And then Otamendi couldn't go and end it. I've just seen the replay of that effort there. Sanchez to Lloris, under pressure from Aguero. And the Bruyne's putting Alderweireld under pressure. And he has put him under pressure and give the ball away. Here's Rodri. Now it's De Bruyne on this near side. The left, crossed in. Flicked across to the back post, and the back across goal, is it? No, he's headed into the side, netting by Bernardo. But he's been given as a corner. Ball come off. Thought Bernardo touched it last. But the referees gave a corner. I think the linesman gave a corner there, but being told to wait to take the corner. Rodriguez in there, being more closer by Alderweireld and Lamella in front of him, Alderweireld behind him. It's De Bruyne who's coming across to take the corner now for Manchester City. Laporte having away with the referee to watch. As he's in towards Otamendi, saved on the line. Fantastic clearance off the line in the end there. As Walker, how wide it goes to De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne gets it back. And Walker has inside to Zinchenko. Zinchenko coming forward for Man City, looping it forward. In the end it goes behind for a goal kick. And Otamendi has gone down, clutching his chest. And now clutching his ankle, and it's now slowly getting back to his feet. It looked like an elbow there from Danny Rose. But in the mid-drift, nothing untoward, no foul there. But that's an header which was cleared off the line by Danny Rose from Otamendi. So those still going head-to-head very closely in the penalty area from corners and set pieces on from when Man City have those. But you just see who's picks up Rose if he goes forward for corners on the when Spurs or set pieces when Spurs have them, but Spurs can't get through there. VAR says it was a dive and should have been bugged there. Zinchenko picks up possession. Inside it goes to Gundogan. Gundogan forward looking for Aguero. It's too much on that. And it's picked up by Lloris in goal for Spurs. 2-2. Only the one sub so far. Lucas on for Winks. Man City yet to make a substitution. And it's a fantastic game to commentate on and bring to you here on the JB Clara Twitch channel live, and then later on the YouTube channel commentary. All the commentaries this season will be on the YouTube channel, whether they are as recorded or as live at the back end of the month, live here on Twitch for the first part of that. Panini's doing a great job with VAR tonight for us. Thank you very much, Panini. Sissoko helped win the ball off of Tottenham. And then Dombele chests down and comes forward and picks out Lamella on that far side. Eric Lamella running out the Man City defence. Lamella can keep Kane's out there as well. Bernardo does excellently to win a goal kick off of Danny Rose, and Man City about to make their first substitution of the match. And it's Sergio Aguero going off, and he is being replaced by Gabriel Jesus. So while that substitution is being made, I'll bring you up to date with what's happening in the cricket at Lords, as we'll let Aguero come off for Gabriel Jesus. So, and while I do that, Aguero having a go with Guardiola, and happy with being substituted there, so interesting to see how that unfolds for the remainder of the match. England now 96 for 4. Lead by 104, and that's the close of play. England 96 for 4, lead by 104 at the close of play on day 4. The final day play tomorrow. There's been 10 wickets as fell today, 266 runs, 89.4 overs, brings the end of the day's Ashes play. So JB will round up with who'll go what in the Ashes at the end of the coverage. Well, that's how the day's finished, and JB will bring you more coverage of that a little bit later in the programme. And here is Manchester City coming forward, and it's out wide with Kevin De Bruyne into the back post, and it's claimed there and well. By Lloris, And he finishes. Well, he's not finished yet. It's 2-2 so far. 66 minutes goes. So your votes for man of the match is open. Put the hashtag JBMOTM, followed by the player of your choice. But hashtag JBMOTM, otherwise the vote will not count. Two, Man City versus Tottenham. Here are the Etihad. Panini, that vote will not count because you didn't put the hashtag JBMOTM and the name of the player. If you want to give it to the ref, what you can do is put hashtag JBMOTM and then put the referee's name, which by the name of the referee, which is Michael Oliver. And the attendance is in for this game, 54,503 is your attendance. As Zinchenko plays it down the line for Sterling. Lovely footwork this from Manchester City, running in towards a penalty area, giving away. Sissoko doing some defending. Two is the score. Lovely footwork in towards the penalty area, still going. Can he go straight away? No. Blocked. Comes out. Shot over the top. In the end, deflected over the top from Jesus' effort and is behind for a corner to Manchester City. As this is a corner for Man City, which De Bruyne will look to take, but before he does, Laporte and Sissoko, it looks like to me, is been having spoken to by Michael Oliver. One vote for Michael Oliver's man of the match. I'll read the reason why in a moment. As this corner comes all the way across to Zinchenko. He's now with Sterling. Cross back in. Round the back is Otamendi. Can't pick up there. Free kick there for a foul by Otamendi on Lloris. And it's 2-2. And Panini says, JB, MOTM, Michael Oliver is there the game flow and got all his decisions right. So that's for my VAR man. So one vote for Michael Oliver. Remember, if you want to vote for a player of your choice, do the same as Panini, but put JB MOTM followed by the name of the player. So anyone up from Manchester City's lineup? Ederson, Walker, Otamendi, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Sterling, Bernardo, Aguero, Jesus, because those are the players being involved from Man City. Or for Spurs, Lloris, Walker-Peters, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Rose, Winks, Sissoko, and Ndombele, Eriksen, Lamela, Kane, and Lucas, because Lucas is the only one who's come on for Spurs at the moment as well. Into the final 20 minutes of the match, as Man City coming forward brilliantly, but then Spurs were coming forward brilliantly, should I say. Sterling wins possession. Lovely ball from Sterling into De Bruyne. How wide it goes. It's Bernardo crossed in towards the back post. Just down. Can't get a striking on the end there. And he's gone behind for a goal kick, I think is good. But could that be a penalty? Could have been a possible penalty there, could there? Let's have a look. Could have been a possible penalty there for me. Let's see. It looked like he kicked him for me there. But not given. As Lloris takes the goal kick. Listen to what the man reckons. And that's a free kick to Man City, fouled by Lucas on Gundogan. Lucas helps him up and gives him a pat on the head. Appreciation, say sorry. And City back underway with Otamendi on possession, and he plays it out wide there to Bernardo. Cuts back to Laporte. Now Zinchenko. Out wide it goes to Sterling. Sterling cuts inside. We've up in Peninsula had a chance to see that incident yet. The penalty incident, yes, so once he does so, that's his verdict. All of the ball on the back. Ball in towards the penalty area. Cut out by De Bruyne. Goes down under the challenge and no penalty given. Cleared away by Sanchez for a throw to Man City on this near side. Coming up towards the final 18 minutes. Great ball in. Sanchez cut that out and then he cleared it as well. 2-2. Zinchenko takes into Jesus. Gundogan. Rodri. Walker. Lovely ball out wide. Man City 2, Tottenham 2. End-to-end stuff here. If anyone else is listening, want to comment your man of the match, comment using the hashtag JBMOTM, and then the player of your choice. As our cross is wasted by Manchester City, and he's behind for corners. David Silva, the new Man City captain, on the bench from the start, about to come on very, very soon for Pep Guardiola's men, as they look for a spark to try and win this game. Luis takes the goal kick up towards Lucas, who flicks on, looking for Harry Kane, puts Laporte under pressure, and after he played by Ederson, and now it's Otamendi in to Rodri, and it's out wide to Otamendi, Laporte forward. Well into Sterling now. Zinchenko with the ball across, looking to pick out a man on that far side. Danny Rose had to defend that. He could have let that go, but he wasn't sure how far Bernardo was coming in behind him, so he had to let that go for a corner, which has been taken quickly by Manchester City, trying to catch Spurs out here. It's down the side it goes. Lovely forward by Gundogan to get into that space, and then Spurs concede the throw. And now the Man City central defenders having to get back in possession. 2-2 is the scoreline here. The stream will try and get back to you. We've lost footage at the moment, but we're back with it now. 2-2 is the score. Forward ball there from Alderweireld, looking for Lucas, who's going behind Zinchenko. Lovely work from Lucas. Pulls across, can't pick out Harry Kane. Otamendi defending that brilliantly, and that's a great run. That's a great ball from Alderweireld, and a great run from Lucas to get behind Zinchenko. And when I thought the cause was lost for Spurs, but they did well to go and end that and cleared it behind. 2-2 the score between Manchester City and Tottenham here at the Etihad. Corner kick is the verdict, and it's Lamela with the corner in towards the penalty. That's corner they had the score from, but this time they didn't. And now Sterling and Man City can break. He's with De Bruyne. Lovely footwork from De Bruyne in towards Rodri there. We can't do much to pick that out. And Man City can't get behind as much as they were in the first half. And that was a brilliant counter-attack by Man City, but just couldn't find an end product, as we saw that again, is it? Jesus. On the back, David Silva now on. And that is Rodri, who's gone off. Played well as Rodri. In for a shot for man of the match for the moment. The man of the match is the man in the middle with the whistle. And that is Michael Oliver. And now Man City coming forward. Lovely footwork. Walker trying to pick out De Gea. De Bruyne, should I say, not De Gea. No, where I got De Gea from. And I said, what's going? It's just gone wide in the end from Gabriel Jesus. Brilliant cross there from De Bruyne, and it's just gone wide in the end. Lovely footwork from Man City to get that cross in, and that cross just bounces just wide of the target. As Morris is about to come on as well, so Man City will make their third and final change in a moment. They've fetched on Jesus, Silva, and about to fetch on Morris in a moment. But here's Sterling on the ball. Left side, inside. Out for Zinchenko, inside to Gundogan. Gundogan gets it back from David Silva. Out wide on this left, near left touchline for Zinchenko, and he plays it to Laporte. Now across to Otamendi. Man City trying to get a late winner here, but not being able to do so just yet. Man City with the ball out wide. Lovely footwork from Man City. Crossed in deep towards Jesus. Flicks it on, just Gabriel Jesus from Kyle Walker's cross. And that's what took it off of Sterling's foot at the end, of where Sterling would have probably picked or to put the ball back into the penalty area. And we see Bernardo Silva going off for Riyad Mahrez. That's the third and final change from Manchester City this evening. As Walker Peters gets ready to take the throw for Spurs, down the line it goes. And it's controlled it well inside there. Is Otamendi outward to Walker. Otamendi. Laporte. As we enter the final 10 minutes, Spurs holding Man City by 2 goals each. As is Sterling cutting inside. Raheem Sterling can't get the ball in. Cleared away. Upfield. All the way up, and it goes to Ederson. 2-2. Only the one change for Tottenham. Pretty happy by the looks of it, Pochettino. He's got Vertonghen, Dyer, Lascelles, Gazzaniga, Skip and Davis left him for the changes. Man City have made all 3 now and will not be able to make another change. Man City 2, Tottenham 2. De Bruyne inside there towards Mahrez, but Mahrez can't pick up his Sissoko, plays inside to Lucas, and Spurs have got men up here. It's 3-on-3 if we can play this right. Here's Lamela now. Lamela gets that wrong in the end, and it bounces all the way through to Danny Rose, is it? Yes, Danny Rose, and he's gone out for a throw to Spurs, which Rose takes to Sanchez. To Alderweireld. Alderweireld coming forward. And is out of play for a throw to Manchester City. Still 2-2 the score. Zinchenko. And there's a water break now. So while we have this water break, I'll just run you through some of the major of today's Premier League scores, minus the one that JB covered, which you'll hear on delay a little bit later on. But it finished Arsenal 2, Burnley 1 in the lunchtime kick-off. Aston Villa Bournemouth is the game that JB covered. Brighton 1, West Ham 1, Everton 1, Watford 0, Norwich 3, Newcastle 1, Southampton 1, and Liverpool 2. All the other results from the Premier League today. This result at the moment with it 2-2. I'm just, as I see, the Mellors goal again, fantastic goal. And then we see Aguero's goal to make it 2-1. And then we see Lucas's goal to make it 2-2. The table as it stands, Man City up into third, Spurs into fifth, both level on points. As Tottenham are making another substitution very imminently. We're going to see if this is a forced one. It's De Bruyne. We're going to use Zinchenko that, in fact. More like having De Bruyne in the first place. Alexander Zinchenko, who's struggling a bit for Manchester City. Looks like the man be down to 10 men for the final 5 minutes of the game. Vasilo coming on for Eric Lamela now. That's Spurs' second change. Lo Celso on. Giovanni Lo Celso on for Eric Lamela. 2-2 the scoreline. And I think this has been a good game. If I just going to ask Panini a quick question, Javier, man. I know he said so far earlier on he's had a game through ongoing decisions, right? Last few incidents which have involved in some decisions, Panini, do you think Mr. Oliver has got the decisions spot on? So at the moment, Mr. Oliver, Michael Oliver, the match referee, will be the man of the match this evening. Not very often we give it to a match official, the man of the match, on the channel. But it's 2-2, Man City 2, Tottenham 2. Coming up towards the last few moments of this game. Panini says yes, he's still got the decisions right. After that, he says he's lost his stream. Okay, Panini knows. Stay with me though, I'll bring you up to with what's been happening for the rest of this game. As Man City have the ball on that far side, the right, with Mahrez. How wide it goes now to Walker, who's up from the back. Back he goes to Mahrez. Mahrez with the ball into the penalty area, loses out on the edge of the box. And now Walker's out of position if Spurs can break quickly. And it's lovely one from Lucas, but then he's lost out with to Mahrez, and now De Bruyne. De Bruyne trying to look for a man as the ball picks up and plays it out wide to Gabriel Jesus. We moved out to this left hand side. Crossfield pass for Mahrez. Lovely one from Riyad Mahrez into the penalty area. Snowgrain goes to inside, but lost out again to Ndombele. And then Ndombele has possession. Lovely footwork into Eriksen. Eriksen. Lovely work from Eriksen. Playing well here, Eriksen. Controlling well. Final 3 minutes of the game. Man City 2, Tottenham 2. It looks like man of the match will go to Michael Oliver. Two, the scoreline here at the Etihad so far. Man City trying to get the late winner. Will they? As Sterling has possession. Over on this force near side of the left. Still going Sterling up against Walker Peters. And can't pick out David Silva. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the 90. Ten attempts on target for Man City, 2 on target for Tottenham. As Edison has possession, controlling well. Lovely footwork. Ericsson. Coming up towards the end of the match. Into the final 60 seconds of the game is Zinchenko. It looks like Michael Oliver's your man of the match, unless we get a last minute vote in for a player. As Sterling. Here's Zinchenko. Crosses in position. He puts the ball in. Across to the back post. And he's gone. And there's a free kick for Tottenham. Skip is to come on. It looks like it's Ericsson to come off. Played very well as Ericsson. This evening, Michael Oliver, your man of the match, by the way, as we enter an additional 4 minutes at a time. Comes through to Zinchenko for Manchester City. Lovely footwork it's been today by the side from the Etihad. And they're playing well. Still 2-2. Lovely footwork. Man City attack. Crossing position for De Bruyne, deflected behind for a corner. And he's in towards the penalty, cleared away, is he? No. Still in there. And he's in! Manchester City have won it in stoppage time! Gabriel Jesus with it! Fantastic goal! Corner came in! I thought it was being cleared, but Jesus hammers the ball home! And Manchester City have won! This game is 3-2! With 2 minutes left of stoppage time to go. Man City 3, Tottenham 2. Looks like it's good break for Tottenham. Defended so well tonight. Got two brilliant goals, but a 3-2 win is well and truly sealed. This goal from Jesus is well and truly sealed the 3 points for Man City now. And surely there'll be no way back for Spurs in stoppage time, as we have less than 90 seconds to go on the clock. Man City 3, Tottenham 2. Aguero being hugged there by Pep Guardiola after he was substituted for Jesus, who's just won the match. He was annoyed when he got substituted for him earlier on. He's been disallowed for handball, and there is the full-time whistle. Manchester City have drawn 2-2 with Tottenham here this evening. JB.
Welcome back, everybody. It's finished 2-2. Apologies for the long pause. I've just been getting some reaction from today's match, which we'll be bringing to you a bit later on. Just to let me confirm you, thank you very much to everybody that's been on. Thank you to Rush for his commentary, and that I do appreciate. Yeah, it's been quite good. So it's finished. Yeah, so I've just been rushing up and down. So just to remind you of the final score here, let me just get the stream up. It's finished I think it finished 2-2 in the end between Manchester City and Tottenham. Great game. I was away doing other things whilst that. Lucas Moura with the equaliser, and City had a VAR goal turned out. So I do apologise for those who might have had a slight pause. I've just been down in the tunnel, but I'm back up now and going to bring this programme to a close. So what a day it has been. Obviously we won't give you the Villa scoreline because we'll be doing that one a little bit later. Probably about 8:30 we'll be doing that fixture, doing that commentary recording for you. So Villa Bournemouth, that's to come a bit later. Arsenal 2, Burnley 1. Burnley very close to getting a point there. Brighton and West Ham 1 apiece. Everton Watford 1-0 Everton it finished. Norwich winning 3-1, Pookie hat-trick. over Newcastle. Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. And finally, City 2, Tottenham 2 in the game that you've just heard as well. So apologies for that. Hope you very much enjoyed the game, and thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic evening. Take care, and we'll be back in about an hour for a commentary rerun of today's game here at Villa Park between Aston Villa and Bournemouth. The shares are spoiled 2-2 up at the Etihad. Hope you very enjoyed the coverage and Russ's commentary, but until then, take care and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye.